Well, good morning, everybody. I'm just awaiting the arrival. Oh, here she is. Here she is. Linda, how
Hi.
are you?
I
How
could
are
not
you?
find you to save my life. You
I
sent
wondered.
the thing is you should never send me your link way ahead of time because it'll
Oh,
get
well, you know
lost.
what? Yeah, I wondered about that, and so I just sent it to you. Is that what you picked up?
No, I just wrote you and said I can't find your link.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't see that. I guess I actually got it. Like
You
you
psychically
couldn't
picked it
find.
up
Yeah, and so I sent it to you.
because
I
I
usually do
announced
send.
that I announced that, because I'm retiring from readings. I said if you want to
Right.
be in the box for a free reading, and we must have got 2,000
Oh
2,000
my
requests.
gosh.
So we're typing
Yeah.
them all out and then we'll cut them up and put them in the box. Thank you, you guys.
Oh, wow. Yes. Yeah, Sheila says, that's why I always like to send the link the day of. I usually do, Linda. I guess I thought I usually do it
I
the day
saw it.
before or the
I
day
looked
of.
at it. And then when I went back to get it, I couldn't find it.
Oh, well. You're here.
I'm here.
I
Hi,
got your
everybody.
message. So, how are you?
Girl, I'm hella busy, but I'm good. I
I
had the
know.
weirdest dream last night,
Oh,
as
do
clear as
tell.
day. Remember
Do
when I
tell.
first started doing this show, my show, I said I had this
Yes.
weird dream that Trump was deceased and in a glass coffin in a shopping mall.
Yes. I
Had
remember
lights
this.
on him like Stalin. And so I went up to the coffin. I looked. I said, "I'll be doggone, that's him." It was him, but he looked real waxy. And I'm
Right.
noticing people are coming around. They're treading through the mall, and nobody's really interested. So
Uh-huh.
last night I had a dream that was so real. I dreamt that I had the TV on, that I was sleeping, and I could hear the TV, and it said, "Ex-President Donald J. Trump is dead."
Mhm.
So in the dream, I'm like looking at the TV and I see reporters and people standing around a hospital, like
Right.
like when Michael Jackson crossed, it was all these people,
Right.
and they're like,
Right.
"What happened? What happened?" So we were waiting for the news as far as what happened, and I'm like looking for my phone because I'm getting ready to call everybody. What?
Yeah.
Watch the TV, and then I was looking, trying to decide, okay, so what happened to him? I can't believe this happened. This is my prophecy. And I woke up. And when I woke up, I sat up in bed and I turned the TV on and looked immediately because it was so real. I thought for sure I
Yes.
was going to turn the TV on. They'd say President Trump has died. So it was so weird.
Yeah, yeah, I don't see him going to jail. I think he'll die before that ever happens.
Yeah, but it's not for me to. I don't know. Dreams of dying can also mean dreams of your fall. You know what I'm saying? Dreams of a life,
Right,
dreams of this
right.
whole energy he
The
put out
tower.
going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the tower. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But we don't
I
wish him
watched.
to be dead. We don't wish him to be dead.
No, 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 no. He's in his own. He's in his own hell of his
When I
own
posted
making.
this on my YouTube, a lot of people were saying, not till he's found guilty first.
Exactly. Exactly. We want the
Vengeance is mine.
satisfaction. We want the satisfaction, girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. You look
Yeah,
nice. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
I like
I,
that
yeah,
microphone.
oh, thank you. I've had it all along, but I usually hide it. Now I pull it closer
It
to
looks
me.
like a nice heater that you keep toasty in.
Yeah, I wish I could use that because I just have wood heat in this cabin.
Okay.
I'm off the grid. And yeah, it would be nice if it had some heat because in my office here it's the coolest room in the house, but I'm fine. I'm just got a sweater on and but yeah, no, I'm doing great. Doing really well.
Good, good.
And oh, and I mediumship, I just started that. I took some lessons, course from Kim from Intuitive You and Debbie from Freebird Spirit. And so that's been coming along and it yeah, so I'm really surprising myself. I have to tell you, Linda, last night I was on Ron's channel. It's his birthday today, but he was celebrating last night on the show.
Unconditional love, Ron?
Yes. Say happy birthday. He's in the chat. Happy birthday, Ron. So anyways, I just said in the chat, Ron, let me come on. I want to wish you happy birthday. So I did. I went on, but then he said, well, just stay. So I have to tell you, Linda, the guides that I was tuning in, or maybe they were my guides, but anyways, I was tuning into doing people's readings. Like one said to me, tell her to fucking get out of her head.
Wow.
Oh, I know. Well, they were laughing, but the whole theme last night was get out of your effing head.
That's what they say to me all the time. They say that they don't use the F word, but they say that to me all the time.
Well, last night they were using the F word. It was so funny. But yeah, I know. So I just decided, it was on Ron's channel. I just decided I'm just going to say what they said.
Last night I dreamt, after I woke up from that dream and I went back to sleep, I dreamt of Gerard Butler, my favorite one of my favorite actors.
Yes, I know.
In the dream, I was sick and tired of him, and I just wanted him to go. I was like, okay, you can go. You can go. You can go.
Yep. It's time. It's time.
When someone's around, you got to kind of be on your best behavior. And I just wanted to be just a swap.
Yeah, you wanted to be able to fart when he was not there, right?
I just wanted to relax, and I can't relax when someone as good looking as him is around. I gotta hold my stomach in. But no kidding, Andre introduced me to a ring. He got me this ring that tells you how your heart rate is, how your stamina is, if you sleep good. I think Apple Watch has the same thing. This is no joke.
Okay.
So I got this ring. It's plugged in right now. It's recharging, and it's not cheap. And so I'm looking at it. My heart rate is great, and I slept good last night. Blah blah blah. But it says, you only have 5.3 miles to go before you meet your what you should. By the way, it said, can we put your height and weight in? And I thought, yeah, sure. And I thought I was going to have to enter it. It said, you're 5'6" and 130 pounds. I said, yeah, that'll do it.
I'll take that.
Sure.
I'll take that.
That's fine. Anyway, saying that I got to walk 5.3 miles, right? So if, my exercise is changing the channel changer with my thumb. That's my exercise. So like 2.002 miles later, it actually said this to me. It said, why don't you get up and stretch your legs? No joke. Why don't you get up and stretch your legs?
Oh my God, it knows you so well.
It knows me. And I was laughing.
You cannot hide.
Then I told my subscribers, and then it said, get off your fat rear, lady. But yeah, no, I'm not doing no 5-point-something miles. Oh, hell no. Like I said, my exercise is the channel changer and getting up and back from the refrigerator. That's pretty pathetic. I used to run like 4 or 5 miles a day. And then before Lulu's leg went out, before the virus happened, we were walking the lake, and I was doing 3 miles a day, just walking now.
Yeah. Oh, no, walking's really good exercise. You know what, Linda? I've got the same story with COVID. I've basically become a shut-in. I mean, I've got all my vaccinations and all that, but I still have to be really careful about getting pneumonia from a regular, cold virus. So,
can you hold on one second? 1 second.
You
Did
betcha.
You hear my doorbell?
Yeah, yes, it's Gerard. He says, honey, you don't have to do the 2 miles. So how's everybody doing? Ron, have you got a hangover? Drinking water?
Yeah, it's okay. It was my Costco delivery.
Oh, cool.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, they're all here.
So where did you? Oh
Oh,
shoot! 1 second. Let me
oh,
grab my cards.
Brenda says, Sharon, have you had the pneumonia shot? Yes, I did. I did get it. I I guess about 6 weeks ago.
Oh, good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there was 1 year. Well, this is really spiritually interesting too. There was my marriage had broken up. With my wife, and it broke up because we'd lost our son, my stepson, her son, about when was that? About 7 years previously. And, of course, a death of a child is really rough on a
Oh, it,
marriage,
it
and
pretty much breaks a relationship.
it did. Um, and of course, she self-medicated. She really, I mean, she was a party girl anyway, but she really went down that dark rabbit hole of alcohol, and she was an alcoholic, and she was being very emotionally abusive to me. And also mixing it with marijuana. So it was not a good scene. But anyways, we ended up breaking up. But I was truly, Linda, I was truly, truly heartbroken because she was the love of my life.
Yeah.
And so anyways, that was August 2013. We broke up. By November, I got pneumonia. And the thing is, pneumonia, that's the lungs. Well, that was the grief, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and, I truly had a broken heart, fractured heart. Um, so anyways, that year, and being type 2 diabetic, I think you have the same thing.
I have the same thing.
Um, yeah, um, I didn't know I was diabetic till then. Um, I couldn't shake the pneumonia. It
Wow.
was, well, when you have diabetes, you probably know this as a nurse, is you're much slower to react to antibiotics. And
Okay.
so the doctor had to keep switching out antibiotics. He tried me about 6 different ones, right? And he was getting quite worried because I
Yeah.
wasn't getting any better. Excuse me. So, anyways, it's very much. I went to a acupuncturist, and she said it's the grief. That's what in your lungs and your heart because you're heartbroken. He says that's the grief. So, anyways, I was doing acupuncture, and this was amazing. She put the needles in and she left the room. And then in my mind's eye, I saw all these people in, Operation Room garb, and they were from like 1910 or something like that, just the turn of the century. And they all came and surrounded my bed, and kind of the massage table, the treatment bed, and they took my heart out, and it was fractured, and they took my heart out, and then someone went and worked on that. And then they took, so there was the physical heart and there was the emotional heart, right? And they were working on it. It was just amazing.
Wow.
And so then she came in to adjust the needles, and they just parted ways and let her in. And then she'd go to the other side of the table and she adjusts those needles, and they parted, so she could get in. And so anyways, then she leaves. So after the treatment's done and I get dressed, I come out of the treatment room and she says, "Oh my God, was it crowded in there?"
So
Like
she
she could see
knew,
them too.
right?
Yes. Yeah. Anyways, I went for treatment for grief, and it was great. I mean, I had a lot of grief, grief over the death of our son, and the death of our marriage. And, I was in rough shape, but I kept getting pneumonia. And the reason was it kept settling, and the antibiotics would knock it back. But there was a little section in my nasal passages where it just sat there, and then it would grow again. So I had to have an operation to open up the sinuses. Now, I don't know why I went off on that tangent, but just to say that anything in the lungs like that, it's usually to do with,
I had
some
pneumonia,
heart.
pneumonia. Didn't even know I had it. I went in for something else, and they did a X-ray, and they said, "Oh, you have pneumonia." And I said, "Really?" I noticed when I was walking, I'd have to breathe, take more
Yeah.
breaths.
So you had walking pneumonia.
I had what they call walking pneumonia. Walking
Yeah, walking.
pneumonia,
Yeah,
walking pneumonia.
pneumonia.
I said, well, that's what I get for walking, right, Doc?
Yeah, right. Good one.
Yeah, a friend of mine
Bazinga.
used to play for background for Bette Midler, and she used to do this
Mm.
joke. You guys probably heard it, where she said, my husband hated the fact that I didn't wear underwear. So I ended up with a real nasty cold. And he told the doc, hey, doc, do me a favor. Tell her the reason she's got the pneumonia is because she doesn't wear underwear. And so the doc says, you have a very bad cold. And I know why. It's because you don't wear the underwear. She said, oh, really, doc? And he said, yes, that's the reason. She said, so tell me, if you look up my ass, can you tell me if my hat's on straight? I love that joke.
Oh my God. You know what? I would go see Bette Midler live. I saw her back in the 70s.
Yeah.
And
I think
yeah.
Michael played with her. It was more like the 80s. I think
Right.
it was the 80s. I think so. I think it was the 80s, but she really could put on a show.
Oh, she was amazing.
Yeah.
I just love her so much.
She's
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
saw her.
fun, and really
And
with it.
and I got to see her like in the 70s. I got to see her at this nightclub called The Cave in downtown Vancouver. And so it was a small venue, and it was so neat. But, she had jokes about our local, she said, I just had to, she was lying on the stage and she's like this, and she says, oh, I just had to see Davie Street just one more time before I die. And Davie Street was where the hookers hung out. But it was great because I guess she had her people come in or whatever, but she had all the local jokes. She had us laughing so hard,
So
at local
was
stuff.
Barry Manilow playing her backup musician at that time? He played for her when she performed at
Oh,
the
I know
bathhouse
he did. I know
in
he did. And also she had backup singers. One of them was Melissa Manchester. I don't know if people remember her, but she had a career of her own. Hmm?
I loved
Do you
Melissa
remember?
Manchester.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful
Yeah.
voice.
She's beautiful voice, and she was hooked up with Carol Bayer Sager, who
Yes,
actually ended up marrying who and she wrote these beautiful songs. So, and Carol ended up with Burt Bacharach,
yes, for
ended up
years.
marrying. Yeah, yeah. Well, getting back to Barry Manilow, I don't think so. I don't I
He
don't
used to
remember
play in the
him.
bathhouses with her in San
Oh,
Fran.
I know. Oh, I know. So I kinda saw her at the kind of the end of that kind of bathhouse thing, and, of course, on campus, was at university, her hit song, the '40s, song,
Boogie Woogie
Bugler
Bugle
Boy?
Boys.
Yeah, yeah, and there was the other one too, and I remember hearing it in the university pub, and us, breaking out in song and, that
Yeah,
kind of thing. It was just amazing, and
she's a
and
great singer.
I really resonated with Linda because I know I lived during the '40s, during World War II,
Oh,
and so
yeah,
that
there's a
that
lot of people
music,
have really
that
close
yeah,
memory with.
yeah, and the music of that era, the boogie woogie and the swing stuff, I just so relate to.
So tell me then, when someone
Mhm,
takes another body, whoever you were in the 1940s, were you a male or
mhm.
female?
I was a female, I drove an ambulance. I was
Okay,
in,
so
yep,
if your family or people who loved you
mhm,
at that time, and you already took another body, okay,
mhm.
can they talk to the person that you were before?
Yes, I think so.
I
Yeah.
do too. I do too.
Oh, yeah,
Some people wait
yeah.
hundreds of years before they retake a body, but a lot of people from World War II took another body right away.
That's right. A lot of people did because they didn't want to have war start again. That's where you got all your protesters for the Vietnam War and that sort of thing. And, that's why we came back to protest war.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very
But
interesting.
so I drove an ambulance. I was a Brit. And but I had a German soldier in the back, and it was my daughter.
And
Yeah.
he died with
And
you? What happened with the ambulance?
we got into a collision, hit a big rock or something. Something happened, and yeah, we both died in the ambulance having a terrible crash. So, and she came
Wow,
back to me, that quickly. So that's pretty amazing.
that's pretty amazing. Yeah. Now, listen,
Yeah.
can I ask you real quick?
I know you can't. I'm sorry, you can't
While
go
we're
there.
amongst our friends here, what do you think? Now, listen, when I heard the Queen say, I hope that you
Yes.
love my son as king, and I hope you allow the Rottweiler or whatever her name is, Camilla,
Yes, the horse. Yeah.
to become queen. What
Queen.
is it? Queen something. There's a word for it.
Queen
Queen
consort.
something. There's another word for it. What is that word?
I actually don't know, and I should know that. What's that word?
Oh, hey,
Come on, you
Herman
Brits.
Stoner. The pineapple upside down cake is on Linda G Can Cook. It's on there now.
Yeah. Okay.
Next week I start with the
Consort.
consort.
Consort. Oh,
So
I
anyway,
was saying that. Yeah. Okay.
so
Oh, by the
I
way,
when
Linda,
Prince
hold
Charles,
on, Linda. I'll continue with the story, but we have to come back to the pineapple upside down cake. Okay, so
okay,
just don't let me forget.
okay,
Okay,
I
go
will
ahead.
let you. So I knew that when Prince Charles said, "Oh no, I want to marry Camilla," really he should be married to her. She really was his
Well,
true love and is his true love.
yeah,
But what
yeah,
they did to Diana was bad. And it wasn't just Camilla and him, it was even the Queen Mother.
inexcusable.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
said, take this virgin and use her. And she should
yeah,
just keep her head turned and you go on with your affair with this woman.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
really
Just
bad.
they used her as a breeder.
Yeah. So then what I want to say to you is I knew, and I think I told people this, he's going to try when the queen does die and he becomes king, which she will die soon. He's going to
Mm-hmm.
try to slide that Camilla in as queen. I knew that. I said that out loud. So sure enough, they've been talking to the mother and, oh, we're so blessed and everything. This is
Right.
my feeling. I'll just let you guys know. And I wanted to ask you, Sharon, what you think.
Yeah.
Only 19% of the Brits like Camilla.
Yeah.
And I
Not
think
surprised.
you may get people in such a huffy, like, no, 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 she's not our queen. Sorry. Basically she'll have to pay for your sins. But I almost feel, because I never saw Charles being king very long. So I'm
Well,
kind
no,
of wondering, does he advocate for his love? Like, okay, fine then. I'm going, my son can be.
like his uncle.
Yep. But he advocates for
Yeah.
the woman he loves.
Yeah. Yeah. I have the feeling too that it's going to be a short reign for him. Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so too.
I mean, I don't
Actually,
wish him dead, but
what do
I know a lot of
what do your
people that.
guides say?
That's what I got. When I heard that he's
Okay.
marrying Camilla, what I heard was he's going to talk. He's going to try to sneak in, and he'll make her queen
Right.
anyway. And then,
Right.
they just let the UK digest it. And listen, at the end of the day, it makes no difference if he, it makes no difference. We would take a divorcee, no problem. But as it is, Harry married a divorcee, and I would
Yeah.
accept her as queen because she's
Yeah.
divorced.
Yeah.
What
Exactly.
hurts people is that he finagled and lied and treated Diana
Diana's so
so
poorly.
bad. She was really treated bad.
Yeah, carrying on affairs, with her. Like he said that, like she said, there's 3 in this marriage.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
3 in
know.
this marriage.
Well, just let me tune in. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I see him sneaking her in through the back door.
Yeah. And then, she'll be able to get all those jewels and stuff. I'm going to tell you right now, as
Right.
it is in the UK news, they're talking about she really doesn't do much. She does work here
Huh.
and there, but she doesn't do much. Doesn't do nearly
Right.
as much as Diana or even Charles. But if they will not accept the woman he loves, he'll advocate. I think that's what I'm getting. I think
Yes.
that's what I'm
Yes.
getting. But
I would not be surprised.
yeah, and I also
And
feel that the
also,
queen is getting ready to cross pretty soon. She's getting
oh
all her
yeah.
ducks in a row.
Yeah.
She
How old
wishes
is
that
she
the
now?
public would accept them, but I just feel like they're already writing to the queen saying, "Don't do it. Don't do it."
Yeah.
They'll accept her
Yeah.
as long as she's not queen consort. They will accept Camilla being in there, but they won't
Right.
accept her as queen. Don't
Oh
just
no.
take my word for it.
Exactly.
So what about the
And
pineapple upside down cake?
well, I have a bone to pick with you.
A ham bone or a
I
stick?
Oh, it's a big bone. It's an
What?
elephant bone. It's an elephant bone.
Okay.
I have to, I have to tell you that I watched your video last night for the pineapple upside down cake and the
Terrible
was
video
it
because the
tostados?
camera angles suck. I got
Oh,
a new thing, and now you'll be able to see what I'm doing.
but
But go ahead.
that's not what that's not the bone I'm picking.
What?
So I watched your video, the pineapple upside down cake and the tostadas is that what
Tostada.
was the other? Yeah, anyways, and I have to say that after watching that video, Linda, I looked at my stomach and it was huge. It was. I I put on my PJs last night and my stomach is huge. I go, what the fuck just happened? Okay. Okay, I've talked to you about it. It's fine. It got up this morning. It's much better.
Okay, good. I
No,
think
I'd
it's
love it.
best with not with walnuts, with the other one.
Pecans.
Pecans. Pecans come from Georgia, my place of
Oh
birth.
yeah. Yeah.
When I went to
My
Georgia to
mother
visit my dad's and mom's friend who was in the military, she took me to the base where I was born. And
right.
when I went out there, I brought one suitcase filled with San Francisco French bread, sourdough bread, one suitcase
Yeah.
filled to give to her. And of course, they froze most of it. But people were asking them for a loaf and they refused. The guy that drove us, I was happy to give him a loaf for driving us. She said no. Okay.
Oh wow. Wow. My mother, Linda, was
Yeah.
a fabulous cook. Fabulous. She got so good. I mean, she took courses at the university and stuff like that. And she became actually a chef. That's how good she was. She wasn't a chef, but that was the quality of the cooking
Food.
she was doing.
Yeah, I'm too
Oh,
lazy to be
just
someone like her. Yeah.
and she made everything from scratch. So I must say, when I saw you, with the cake mix, I think, oh, my mother wouldn't have gone for that.
Yeah, we can make the dinette cake, and it's pretty easy actually. But
Yeah, I mean,
for me, it
I get
was
it because
easier, and I'm going to
it's
tell you, the
fast.
quality of packaged cake now is so much.
Oh,
It's
really?
really good. It's
Oh,
really
okay. Yeah, see, we never had it.
yeah.
Everything was made from scratch. And I remember my mother, we'd go to the grocery store and she said, "Have you noticed that we only shop on the outside of the aisles? In other words, all the fresh fruit and vegetables and all the stuff, dairy products, meat, that kind of stuff. It's and very rarely get anything from inside, no packaged stuff because we made everything from scratch. She made
Yeah.
bread, she made, and and the reason
Work?
I'm called my
Did she
chat,
work? Did she
yes, she
work?
worked full time. She worked full time and raised 4
Or
kids.
managed to cook? I forget about it for me.
She cooked meals on the weekend. She was always cooking. And even then had time to take us out on a hike or something like that, or a picnic. She was an amazing woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. And yeah, she worked full time and raised 4 kids on her own because my dad was a drunk. So we were uh she separated from him when I was 6, and then she had 3 other, I had 3 other siblings younger than me. So I come from an Irish Catholic family, and she would joke with her friends saying, "Yeah, my former birth control was getting divorced."
Oh, there you go. There
Yeah.
you go. You
But
don't see it much
fabulous.
anymore, but I've met a lot of Catholic families with 9 kids and stuff. It's really
Oh, I know my relatives. Yeah, my aunts and
it
uncles.
was
They all have
so hard. I
bazillion
really am
kids.
angry at the Catholic Church for making women have babies.
No, no, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. So, but anyways, my mom broke away from the church, and she brought us up. We had to go to catechism and all that kind of stuff, until we were like until about age 16, where we could decide for ourselves if we wanted to stay with the church or not, which we didn't.
Yeah.
But I'm glad. Yeah, no, my mom was very, very spiritual. My aunt, my mother, and that's where it comes from me because I grew up around it. So what sorts of things now you're going to be cooking from that book? What the presidents ate, their favorite
Right.
recipes.
Right. I don't
So,
really want to do Jefferson because he was such a slaveholder.
oh
But
yeah,
there's a whole bunch of stuff. I like some of the stuff Jacqueline Onassis liked. There's
oh
this
I
one
bet.
recipe where you have to have 6.5 pounds of lobster.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
that's lobster.
that's so horrible, Linda.
So there's a favorite cake that George Washington liked. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. So
I
I'll just
bet.
go along and
Can
we'll play with it.
can you can you tell me if you're willing to, divulge, what did JFK like?
Oh, there's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
He liked his favorite was I think it was that lobster dish and a clam chowder, which I'll make. It's very
Oh.
easy from
So
scratch.
would that be the New England style
I
clam chowder?
believe so. And he had a blues cheese dressing, very easy to make. I'm going to try it out. And it was his favorite. I love blue cheese dressing too. But when I go to a restaurant, if I
Yeah.
have my kids with me, they cannot stand the smell of blue cheese. So I can't order blue cheese.
Yes. I know a lot of
So,
people
but
think it
I'll
smells
tell
like
you
vomit.
what, I'm going to make this dressing. I'm going to make this dressing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Jefferson loved
So
salads. If you can believe that, he loved different lettuces. He loved
really?
a good salad. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Well, I think people ate, actually quite well. I mean, for example, back in the day, people had gardens and stuff like that. It was not called
Yeah.
organic food.
No, you just had your garden in the back. You know that place
Yeah,
we're
you
going
didn't.
in Sedona? You know the Sedona event I have?
Yes. Are
They
you
have a
doing
huge
that again?
yeah, I'm
Are
doing
you
it in
doing
May.
that
I'm
again?
gonna do every May, but no 2 weekends, only 1 weekend.
Oh, no,
And
that's crazy.
I
I
sold
didn't
that
know that
one
you
out.
did 2 weekends.
Oh, that
Yeah,
pert near and plus we had the COVID hit too. But I did
exactly.
that. I did, I'll do this one easy peasy, in and out, but they have a garden also. They have this nice garden.
Right.
So the food is pretty fresh,
Yeah.
everything. It's what do you call it
Oh, wow.
when you eat fish too? Piscatalian.
Yes, yeah.
So they do
I'm a
serve
Pi
fish.
I'm a Pisces, I'm Episcopalian.
So they will serve fish, but there's no meat. And I remember when I heard about
Right.
them, I thought, well, I'll probably drop a few pounds then when I go up there, right? Shoot. That food was delicious. Oh my God. It was so good. That's the one thing everybody really enjoys is the food. You get your 3 squares a day, and it
Yeah.
includes your room and board. It's really nice.
Is there any is there any room? Can you take me in your suitcase? Is there any
There
room?
you there you go, girlfriend. There you go.
I'd
I'm
love
gonna
to
have
go.
Mel there and, in a van. So
I
I'll
would
be
love
inviting
to
more
go.
YouTubers next year. next year because I wasn't sure I was going to do this year. And now that things are working
Right.
out and it looks like the COVID is calming down,
Okay.
yeah, I think it'll
All
be a
right.
good fun.
Next year would be great. I think I'll ride my motorcycle down.
Oh, yeah. How far? Oh, yeah. From Canada
Yeah.
to
I
Arizona.
mean, I would make a vacation out of it, just take my time to get down there. So,
I was looking at
boy,
what
it's
will
bright.
happen when the Yellowstone volcano goes off.
Tell me,
Wyoming
what
and
it's gonna do.
Arizona get hit hard,
Oh,
and Utah.
no.
And it
Now,
depends on what whereabouts it explodes. California could get hit or not get hit.
right. When Mount St. Helens blew, now I actually wasn't in BC, that I was in Alberta when that happened. But I had a friend, my friends and relatives told me, like, my best friend said when it blew, and this is in Vancouver, British Columbia. She said her patio doors just shook. It's this great big boom and shook like it. They
It
could
was
feel,
that big?
yeah.
Yeah.
And also my cousin, she was a flight attendant. And she said, now they said they don't normally do this, but the pilot said, let's take a look at Mount Helens. We're going to go in closer and look at Mount Helens. Well, it blew.
Right when they were looking at it. So what happened?
Well, they got out of there really, really fast. They were fine. They got out of there really fast, but oh my
Because they were
God, she
watching
said,
it. Yeah, because I saw a
yeah,
show, a Japanese flight that was flying and all of a sudden lost power and was starting to go down. And when they got to a certain place, they were able to move. And what it was the ash from a volcano.
yes, yes. And I woke up the next morning, went out to my car. This is in Calgary, Alberta. Boy, that sun is really, and usually the sun has
Yeah,
come out, Linda, just for you.
just for me.
Yes, for you.
Do you need to
I
close
I so I wo
something so it's not so?
I don't have it's funny, I don't have a drape there. I live in this cabin, and I don't have any curtains or anything on any of my windows because I'm all alone. I'm on 33 acres here. I can walk around naked, no problem. In fact, I often do.
So, so is Bigfoot out there?
I haven't seen him, no. And we talk about Bigfoot the male, like, where are the females? I'm waiting for the females, Linda. Come on,
Well, that
my
one they
persuasion.
captured on camera, they did a forensic look at the film. The one that's
Yeah.
walking and turns and looks, it's an old film. That was a female. You could see the
I
breast.
Oh, okay.
Big old hairy breastises.
Well, I'm not into that. I love my breasts, but I love me some breasts, but not
Yeah.
hairy ones.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, yesterday I've got this neighbor, and she is so negative. She has a
No, I hate
storm
that.
cloud. Oh,
Yeah.
just awful. Anyway, she came over for tea, and and she has this legal thing that's been going on since 2012. She had millions and millions of dollars stolen from her, and she's now living in literally living in a trailer. Like she's her money goes to lawyers, and she's retired. Money goes to lawyers, and she's really in desperate straits. But I keep telling her, you're not going to get this money. I've told her over the last 4 years, you're not going to get this money until you get rid of this storm cloud. Okay, you know what? I'm going to have to. Could you entertain the troops while I'm gone? What I'm going to
Sure.
do is go
I'll tell them my
and
life
put
story
something
and
up.
I'll fall asleep. I'll tell them my life story.
Okay, all right.
Because
So I have
you're
to do something
so
about
light
this.
colored that the light is making look like there's a body with no head.
Exactly. So, all right, you entertain the troops.
Okay. Hey everybody. How you do's? Hi Hilda. Hi Vivian. Hi Terry. Hi Sheila. Mary. Spirits beyond the stars. Sheila Angel Feather Tarot. Hilda Flores. Hi, you guys. She got back into the light, right? She was blinded by the light. Woke up, took a douche, and was ready for the night. My voice is a little bit cracky. Can you tell that? Hey, Linda. Hi, class, Linda. Hey, Scary Happy. Hey, oh, Vivian. Thank you, honey. Hey, you guys. Thank you. You tried it, Michelle, my belle. Hey, Ron. Love you, baby doll. Hey, Terry. No kidding. We got over like, hey, Lisa, we got over like 2,000 requests for a free reading to put in the box. I can't even hold my phone. I need to figure out how to stop messages from Gmail because it's like, here's another message. Here's another message. I'm sitting here. It just keeps going off. Good to see you, Connie, Charlie, Christy. Terry says, I just had eggs. Now I want pineapple upside down cake.
Don't do it. Don't have. Oh, I just put the thing up, but it's not in the right place. Just a minute.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. That's better.
There you go. Now I can see
Okay.
your face.
Maybe I'll move over this way.
Oh, thank you, Hilda.
Oh, and it's right there. Well, it's nice to have the sun come out.
Pineapples.
Yeah, in the wintertime, it's so low, the angle that it comes in the window here, directly. Yes, yeah. So be careful about the pineapple upside down cake. Was it Terry you were talking to? Because you're going to put on lots of pounds. I mean, I did just watching your show, cooking it. So now, what were we talking about?
Bigfoot.
Oh, right, Bigfoot. Yes, yes. Yeah, I don't like.
I love
I don't like
show.
those hair.
You guys watch that show, The Forest, or something with the forest? I think it's on. It could be the Sci-Fi Channel or one of those, and it talks about people who have scary things happen in the forest. Even has real pictures people took of Bigfoot. Have you guys
Wow.
watched that one?
Now, what do you think Bigfoot is? I have a feeling it's it's an interdimensional creature. Like I think
That's
it comes in from another dimension. Yeah.
That same show had a story, and I've heard this story before about a couple and their daughter. They were older, and all of a sudden these weird lights showed up out because they had this big farm like and a lot of land and these weird lights, and then the next thing you know, they have these like werewolf looking things show up, black, horrible. And they found, and they were jumping on the house and they were screaming, they had their guns, and then they realized what set those them to cause those things to go away was by light, shining light at them. It kept them away somehow or the other. They were able to shine light to keep them away, but they didn't sleep all night, and the next morning they were gone, and they called the sheriffs to come out, and there was weird prints in the ground. It was amazing. But lights, if you think about it, they came down with the lights.
When you say prints, that I just thought of when I had such a beautiful cat. I had a tuxedo cat. Her name was Miss Foxy Lady. She came she came with that name. She was a rescue cat from the SPCA, and just a beautiful cat. And actually the manager of the shelter, he said, as soon as I walked in, he said, your energies matched. Like, this cat was for you.
Okay.
So anyways,
that's what happened.
Only a year and a half.
I walked into a car dealership. They said, that car is for you. Your energy. Really? Really?
They tried that on me. Yeah, I know. They tried that on me, and I just said, no. Nope. I walked away.
Yeah.
I didn't like how pushy they were. They were being awful. And I bought a
I
car
know.
from them
And they really
before.
are disrespectful towards women.
Yes, I know. Absolutely. Yeah. Anyways,
Until they
getting
find
back
out
to
I'm
this.
not really a woman, I'm a heathen. Don't mess with me, because I will tear your ass off from this end to the next. My friend
Yeah.
Dan, when
No.
I did my video yesterday, he said he was
Yes.
crying laughing when I said, what did I say? However, if it was me, somebody was being rude to someone. I said, oh, it was that lady at the grocery store that told the governor, sir, you need to put your mask on. As you can see, the rest of us are wearing our mask. And this big
Yes.
bouncer
Good
guy
for
tried to
her.
like push her to the side. And she's saying, don't put your hands on me. But she wasn't,
Exactly.
real. I said, oh my God, had that been me, it would have been on the
Oh,
news. I would have let him touch me, or I'd done something
absolutely.
so he barely touched me, and I would have done what we used to call at Highland Hospital, done fell out. DFO, done fell out. What's the patient's complaint? I done fell out. Okay. So I would have fallen. You would have had to get the cameras. Everybody would have been all over YouTube over it. Help! Help!
Exactly.
Oh, hell.
Exactly. Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Oh, so getting back to this neighbor.
Oh, yeah.
So she comes over yesterday for tea, and she said, "I'm just so
She doesn't
fed
know
up."
you have
And
a show, though, does she?
anyway, sorry,
She doesn't know you have a show, does she?
I don't think so. No,
Good.
and I don't care. I'm telling the truth. I said it to her face what I'm about to say now.
Okay.
Yeah, and so she was fed up, and I said, and she said, even my mother, like she says, because she says, such bad things happen to her all the time. It's true. All the time. It's because she's so negative. She needs to change her attitude.
She
She needs,
just can't get out of it.
anyways,
Yeah.
she can't get up. So I've been telling her this for years. So she even says to me, even my mother, I know my mother's not even around me. No, her mother was not a good person. But anyway, I said, well, let me check. So I tuned in. She said, no, she's here. And she said, you're not going to get that money until you remove that block. And my friend said, what block? And so I tuned in. I said, deep, deep, deep down, you feel you don't deserve it. Like you're not worthy.
Wow.
She got so mad at me. Of course I deserve it. It's my money. Of course I deserve it. You can't say that. And she got really angry with me. And she got up and stomped out the door. So I'm on Ron's channel last night wishing him happy birthday, and I get this text. Just a minute, bring it up.
A plague on both your houses.
Yeah, right. No, she said, and I threw cards on. I threw cards on it too, about a dozen cards, and it said the same thing. You have to make this decision to get rid of this storm cloud. You've got to remove the block. So she texts and says, what were those cards again in that reading? And then she says, you said something about a coin or abundance. And so anyways, so she went home
And thought about it.
and thought about it. Yeah.
Well,
So
that's good.
too funny.
We give them the tools and they can decide the rest.
You can lead a horse to water.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
Like this lady I read the other day, this is kind of a sweet story. She was so wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
She had this wonderful relationship going. Really liked this person. And I guess he would like to make it permanent. But I was in a relationship 12 years ago and it just devastated me. He was horrible, awful. I said, well, isn't that sad? You mean to tell me you're still giving him the power to determine your happiness by not grabbing on to the life that this other person is giving you? and going for it. Instead, you're going to complain about something 12 years ago. And
Yeah.
she said, "Oh
Good
my
for
God,
you.
you're right." Because humans are humans. You can't,
Yeah.
nobody's going to be perfect. You know,
No.
it works or it doesn't work. But the truth of the matter is, being alive, you means you're with the living. It's not being alive always in a state of resistance. Oh no, no, you're not going to be. You're not going
Mm-mm.
to hurt me. You're not going to. You know, being alive and
Mm.
being connected to source is where it happens. Let me tell you, I didn't find this out until I went through breast cancer. It saved my life.
Yes.
And then when I started
Exactly.
really tapping into a higher consciousness, it's so bloody beautiful. I wish I could, can it and sell it, not sell it, but give it to people and say, just take a whiff of this.
Yes.
You will be in
Yes.
heaven, because we wouldn't
Exactly.
even mourn our loved ones if we knew how beautiful it is over there.
Exactly.
It's hard sometimes for me because, I understand the sadness of losing someone,
Yeah.
but it's so
Yes.
hard not to open my big mouth because some people don't want to hear it, especially right after a death.
No, they
Oh,
don't.
he's in
No,
a
they
better
don't.
place. No, they don't want to hear that. No. But
No,
they
no.
have to mourn. That's what I always say. You have to
Well, you
mourn
have
your loss
to.
because you're human.
You have to.
But
I mean,
know that they can't come to you if you're constantly in a state of mourning.
exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Now, what I do is some people pour themselves into work. They don't deal with their feelings around the loss of a loved one, and you have to. And so,
Yeah.
what I've done over the years, I've been through a lot of loss that way, and what I do is I dive deep. I feel all the feels. I dive
Yeah.
deep, but then I come out and it's dealt with.
Yeah.
And it's given me great comfort that, my son, he communicates with me all the time.
Oh, that's great.
It
Because you're
yeah.
wide open. You can receive him.
Yeah, exactly. He leaves me dimes.
Ah.
Yeah. So I say, "Hello, Jordan." It's just so neat.
I never look
But
for
he does
signs. It's not that they don't exist. I just never look for them.
yeah, yeah. Well, he's taken over my he can take over my computer.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, and one night
Tell
when
me
I
what he
with
does
Lisa
when he
Smith,
takes over the computer.
well, there was a particular person I was very interested in,
Yeah.
and I'd think, I'd go, "Oh, it's never gonna happen." I get down the "It's never gonna happen, it's never gonna happen." And as I'm having these thoughts, he would take over the computer, and he would open up a tab, and
Oh, wow.
it was the website where this woman works,
Yeah.
and it was just a sign like, "Just be patient. It's gonna happen."
Yeah. I read a
Yeah,
woman.
so
I was reading her deceased husband. And while I was
mhm,
reading her, right across from me was my dresser, and my phone was on my dresser. Some of you guys have heard this story before. So I'm reading her,
mhm.
and all of a sudden, her and I both hear my phone start talking. We were like, what the hell was that? So I get up and I look, and this was on it.
Okay, what is
In my realm,
in
anyone
my
can do
realm
anything.
yes.
I took a picture of that. I said,
Good
holy,
for you. Good for
that's
you.
what he had to say. In my realm, anyone can be anything.
Do you know, it happened about a month ago. I was having coffee with a friend, and, this phone kept ringing, but it sounded like it was in the distance, like it was for, elsewhere in the coffee house we were at. So anyways, it was, happening again, and finally I said, "Linda, do you have your phone with you?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, is it in your purse or something?" I said, "I have a feeling this phone call's for you." So, so she's looking for her phone, and I get this text message, "Linda, phone home." But it wasn't this person doesn't have my phone number, that it was her husband. He does not have my phone number. Anyways, I looked at her and went, "How did that happen?" And she just couldn't believe it. So, yeah, I had the same thing. I had a text come that that came from nowhere.
Did anything happen at home?
Uh, I can't remember what it was. It was somewhat urgent, but it wasn't like somebody dying or
Right.
sickness or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, pretty neat. Pretty neat. Oh,
Like,
and my son Jordan, one night, no, Lisa Smith and I, nasty women, how crazy we are. We would stay up, sometimes all night talking on a video chat, right? And having fun. And this one night felt like getting into some music, and I was started to play some Motown. Anyways, I take my phone and I go on Spotify, and I rarely use Spotify. I don't have a paid account. I rarely use it. But anyways, so I go to press on this song, and it changes. It won't play it, the song I want. I go, what the fuck is going on here? And so I stop it and press the other song. And note, this other song came on again and started playing. And all of a sudden I got this message. It was Jordan. And he said, just sit back and enjoy. I'll play the music tonight. Oh my God, Linda, he played the best music. And it was
wow.
music from my life, like what I grew up with, and all my really fave songs. And Lisa and I, of
Yeah.
course, Lisa's younger than me, so I grew up with this stuff, but she grew up with her parents listening to it, right? So all this Motown stuff, and anyways, we were bebopping our chairs, we were dancing, drinking some bourbon, and we just had such a great night. And I kept saying to her, "Oh my God, he's playing my life!" I was just in tears. It was tears of joy.
That is so
Yeah.
wonderful.
I know. Um, what else? I mean, yeah, he takes over electronics. He knocks things off the wall. He knocks things over my bookshelf. I was sitting on a video call with Kathleen Stafford, and I was house sitting and looking after this dog while people are away. And so as I'm talking to her, the coffee table is about 4 feet. I was in the recliner. The coffee table's in front of the sofa. Anyways, there was this placemat on that table, and quite a hefty one. All of a sudden, I watch it go whoosh, off the table.
That was him.
And so I turned it around, and show Kathleen. I said, "See that placemat on the floor?" I said, "Was that Jordan? Did he flip that off?" She said, "Yeah, I can hear him laughing."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing what they do. And Jordan has hooked up with Kathleen's nephew. She basically raised him as her own son, and
Okay.
they hooked up together, and so they're laughing. And what was I going to say? Oh, we were on a live stream with her, and all of a sudden, no lie, Linda, her
Yeah.
camera starts going in and out, zooming in, zooming out, zooming in, like this. I'm like, what the heck's going on? It was Jordan and Anthony.
Wow. I don't have
Isn't that
that kind of
amazing?
stuff happening. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
probably couldn't concentrate, so maybe that's why they leave me alone. Because in order to concentrate, I can't be having poltergeist activity. I used to
Well,
do I used to do cleansing of homes from evil, and I used to do some ghost hunting, and I realized that's not healthy to do.
no, you probably have some residue from
Especially
that,
for me,
right?
I have to be at a certain level to obtain information. But I'll tell you what, I love the stories about what people go through. Like with you, this person really loves you. But my
Yes,
parents didn't believe in any of this, so they never. I did
right.
see my mom; she came to me, but I don't get anything like that. I always enjoy listening to it, though.
Yeah. Well, just after my mom died, and it was total neglect on the hospital's part. I won't go into it, but oh, I was so angry. She shouldn't have died. But so I'm at the same acupuncturist, and I'm telling her what happened. I'm in tears, right?
Right.
So anyways, I'm on the treatment bed, and she says, "Oh, there's someone here to visit that's visiting you." I don't know if it was that appointment when I told her about my mom's death, or whether but anyways, it was soon after. So she says, "Oh, there's someone here to visit you," and she just leaves the room. So I'm on the treatment bed, got the needles in, and all of a sudden I see my mom at the end of the bed.
Oh,
And
wow,
she's
I
in
love
these and she's in these white flowing robes, and she says, "Yep, this is what I'm wearing now. This is what they make me wear." Like, like she's an angel, right? These white flowing robes, and she's laughing, and she's talking to me. She comes around the bed. It was just so incredible, Linda. It was just so
That's so
incredible.
cool.
I
That is so
know.
cool.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, very cool. So, definitely, our loved ones are there. They're right
Yep,
there.
yep,
Yeah.
yep, thank goodness, 'cause, this is a road a tough road right now, you guys. It's a tough road. There's gonna
Yes.
be a lot
Yes.
of natural
But
things taking place, but we are all
yes,
vibrationally getting stronger and higher. Those who can't touch into the higher realms will slowly but surely fall off the ladder. Not being cursed or anything, just because they can't touch it.
I heard
You'll even
somebody
know where
say,
you should stand before some natural disaster comes up. You'll
so
even
you'll
know,
know where.
all of a sudden you'll get this feeling like, I shouldn't be here, or
Right.
I need to prepare, something's coming. Like before
Right.
something major comes up, sometimes I get that feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know, I read a book when my two daughters were really small, like they were 2 and 5. And it was a book written by Mary Summerrain. And she had interviewed over a long series of interviews with a shaman, with a First Nations woman, a medicine woman, a shaman. And this woman was blind. She was born with blind, and they called her No Eyes. And she said she would do these interviews, and also they would travel, astral travel, and be outside of time, that kind of thing. And one of the things No Eyes said was that there's going to be on the earth, there's going to be, and it's happening now. She talked, there's going to be wildfires and earthquakes where earthquakes haven't happened before, and floods and droughts, very high temperatures, and volcano eruptions, all those
Oh, yeah.
natural disasters. And it was, when I was reading this book, it was so frightening. I said to myself, I was for 3 days, Linda, I was in this deep funk. I was saying to myself, what have I brought my daughters into?
I know, I worry about
Like
the children.
like
I worry about children
exactly. I shouldn't
because
I
I don't
shouldn't
worry
have
about
brought
myself. If I die, I know where I'm going. It's wonderful.
exactly. Well, as I said, for 3 days, I was just panicked, and I
Yeah.
don't panic easily, but I was just feeling awful because you're a young mother and you want to protect your children.
You know
Finally,
how
at the
they
end of
used
the 3 days,
right. You
at,
got
at
over
the
it
end,
after 3 days?
I got over it because I got this message, Sharon. They chose to come here during this time.
Okay, yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Remember those
So,
shows, Untold Mysteries, or I remember my charge nurse and we'd come back to her place. She's the one from Virginia. She could make the best biscuits and gravy. She was something else. Anyway, but we loved a good psychic show or whatever.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they'd play that Notre Dame stuff. Oh my God, that always scared me. All these disasters, nothing but disasters. So,
Hmm. Hmm.
but listen,
Well,
sweetie, I'm gonna have to go and cook for
yep.
my baby son
No.
who just woke up.
Okay. Well, I know you generally you stay an hour, and it's an hour, so just over an hour. So I'm so happy, and thank you. I just love just sitting and chatting with you.
It was wonderful just chatting. We did, yeah. We
Yeah.
always have a good time when we're chit chatting. Hey,
Yeah.
Kevin.
In fact, I'd love to talk to you about doing something semi-regular, something like maybe once a month, or just where we're
Sure.
chatting about spiritual topics and stuff like that, because that's what I want
Right.
this show to be about. I mean, we have the Nasty Women. We started as tarot, and then it came in, like a comedy show. We don't even read tarot anymore. It's just silliness. But Lisa has her own channel, and I have mine. And what I want to do is to have we can do the odd reading and that kind of thing, but mostly just talking about spiritual topics or politics and that sort of thing. By the way, just before you go, you must check out the Mary Trump Show.
Oh, what is it
It's
on?
it's you can download it on Apple Podcasts, so you can listen
Oh, I have
to it.
Apple.
She
Yeah.
has yeah,
I have Apple
or on
TV. Is
YouTube.
that the same thing?
Oh, I don't
No?
know.
Okay.
I don't know. But you can also look it up on YouTube. Just
Okay.
Google, just in the search for YouTube, just the Mary Trump Show. Some of it is you see her actually the video is involved too, where you see her interviewing people, and some of it's just audio, but it's fabulous.
Oh, I'm gonna
Fabulous.
listen to it. Yeah.
Yeah. And the other one that I suggest to everybody and to you is, and these are friends of hers too, these very 5 brilliant women. They're all lawyers and they all have high, you know, positions like district attorneys or, they're very, very high position, very intelligent women. And it's called Sisters in Law.
I love it.
Isn't that great?
That's
And
great.
and listen, while you're putzing or cooking, you could be listening. They are just fabulous, talking about, politics and their view on it. And it's fabulous.
Okay.
So
I'm
so
gonna
everybody in the chat, the Mary
guys,
Trump
thank you all.
Show, yeah, the Mary Trump Show and Sisters-in-Law. Anyways, okay, so I just have one request, Linda,
Yeah.
that when you do your cooking videos, that you put up some sort of spiritual barrier so that I don't put on weight. Could you do
Okay.
that for
I
me?
will. I will. I promise.
Well, thank you, girlfriend. You're my nasty sister,
Thank you.
and thank you so much. I really enjoyed it.
It was an honor, my friend. You take care.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Bye, sweet.
Bye-bye. Yeah, bye. Okay. So that was lovely with the great Linda G. I just love her to pieces. And so is there anybody want to jump on with me right now? Because I don't feel like going just yet. We can have a chin wag. I know Kevin's in the chat and Sheila. Oh, Michelle, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was great. I love talking to Linda. She's just so down to earth. Or if somebody has a question. Oh, okay. Hi, Sheila. No, that's fine. I'm actually going on just a little bit later with in 2.5 hours. I'm going on with Kathy Stafford on her channel, Kathy's guided light tarot. No, that's fine, Sheila. No problem. Oh, yes, Kevin. Kevin Loving Vibrations, I actually invited him to come and chat with Linda G as well, but he's going to a family birthday party. So he's in the car driving with his hubby. Yes, Sylvia, you just missed her. Linda G just left. She was here for an hour chatting. It was great. Yes, Sheila. Yes, we need to reschedule. So send me some dates. Would definitely like to come on your channel and also you again come on mine. So I can just so what are people up to? I'm just going to go look back in the chat. So I'm really glad you guys came to check out Linda G. I just love her so much. Hey, Brenda, is Brenda Tarot still here? Anyways, if there's anybody who wants to pop on with me, that would be great. If not, I can just keep talking with the could I do a card? Sure. What kind of card are you thinking of, Perrette? Yes, and I'm on Kevin's channel. Thank you, Kevin, for bringing that up. I'm going to be on Kevin Loving Vibrations channel on Tuesday. I think it's 11:30 Pacific time. Okay, Peretz, what kind of card do you want? Yeah, I can pull some cards for people. You can even pull rebel cards if you want, but I have some really wonderful oracle cards. I could do that. A goof program, Kathy? It was a goof program? Yes, I'll translate for the folks. I'm a master translator for Kathy's when her for Kathleenese. She means good chat. She means a good show. Oh, Sylvia, I asked you what you were doing. Yes, low carb baking. Well, a challenge yet fun. Do I bake? No, I don't anymore since my daughters are grown and out of the house and that sort of thing. And they're fabulous cooks too and fabulous bakers. But no, I don't. I love to bake, but I can't eat the baking anymore. Okay, I'll start. So Michelle wants an oracle card. Yeah, I can do an oracle card, and I think I'll do an oracle card for Perrette as well. I'll just star her. Okay. Sylvia, you can answer that question yourself. Of course, you'll get better at low carb baking. Yeah. Yeah, apparently there's lots of recipes. Aren't we blessed that we have YouTube and that we have Google and you can just Google recipes? It's just fantastic. Okay, Kevin, have a good time with your relatives. Have fun. He's going to a nephew's birthday party. He's turning 1. Exciting. Okay. So Perrette, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. I got some new oracle cards. I've got message from heaven. And of course, I love these ones. I use these ones a lot. I've got the language of letting go, which is fantastic. It's really good for messages for things you need to work on, that sort of thing. And I also have the healing cards with Carolyn Meese. Carolyn Meese is an incredible healer. So for you, Perrette, I'm going to do messages from heaven. So I'm going to pull a card for you. I'm just opening up. This is brand new. I just opened it up yesterday. In fact, I used it for the first time in Ron's show last night. Ron, Unconditional Love, is celebrating his birthday today. It's his actual birthday today. And he had a little kind of party last night. So, they're big cards. They're hard to shuffle, but I will pull a card. Hey, Valerie, nice to see you. Okay. Boy, these are hard to shuffle. I think I'll try the old side shuffle. Yeah, that works. That works better. So anybody who wants a card, even a rebel card, just say so in the chat. Hey, Flowing, so nice to see you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sylvia. That's really lovely. Thanks for doing that. And my back is doing much better. You guys have been sending so much healing. I know even during my podcast last night with Medium Kim. If you haven't seen that, it was really lovely. We talked about all sorts of stuff. Yeah, this is what I want this channel to be about. I mean, do some readings, but I just really want to do panel discussions or interviews or just the chit chat that I had with Linda G and with Kim last night. It was so neat to learn different things about Medium Kim. I would also love to be able to read colors like she does. I was amazed when she told me my colors because it was just like the other day I was quiet and sitting and thinking, I wonder what my colors are. And I got the same colors that she told me. So, oh, thanks, Flowing. Okay, Mama Bear wants a card. Okay, I will star that one. Oh, thank you. Yes, it was a great show. So, yeah, I just really want to talk to people because there's so many things to explore, and people have such different journeys, and it's just so nice to find out what they're doing and what they've done in the past, and then how they how did their awakening happens. Okay, Valerie wants a card. Linda B wants a card. Okay. All right, Perrette. Last shuffle. I'm going to cut the cards and pull a card for you. Oh, this is lovely. So this is Messages from Heaven, and your card looks like this, and it says, tune into the rhythm of nature. Let us connect together there. So it could be like, yeah, a loved one on the other side is, go into nature and you'll connect with them there. That's really neat. These cards are brand new to me. Okay, so if you want a card, just let me know. All right, next one is Michelle. Which one shall I pull for you? Will it be the messages, or will it be the healing cards, or will it be the language of letting go? Let's see. It's okay. It's Messages from Heaven. I'm being directed. Messages from Heaven. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome there, Perrette. Okay, so this is from Michelle, and I'll shuffle and pull a card. Yes, Valerie, it helps us relate to our own experience and making sense of it all. Yeah, we've all had such different journeys. I'm only just discovering my oldest daughter. She was very, very involved in helping out the earth, and this was in her 20s. Like, she's turning 35 now, and in March, and I was just amazed. She was doing incredibly high level work, and I had paid for a reading for her for Freebird Spirit, Debbie, and Debbie said to her, "Oh my God, you're such a high spiritual being." She says, "I don't see many people like you." So pretty interesting, because my daughter's never really spoken about it. I know she's very psychic and that sort of thing. In fact, she had to move to Alberta from here because spiritually and psychically it's too noisy here, and the meridians and stuff like that. So no, I haven't gotten to your card yet, Mama Bear. You're good. Anyways, she told me in my visit with her in November just a little bit about the work she was doing. It was, wow, it was amazing. Okay, so Michelle, let me cut the deck. Oh, so this one, as I said, is Messages from Heaven, and this one says, try not to worry. We will bring helpful people into your life. That's a nice message. Okay, so thanks for asking, Michelle. It was a pleasure to pull a card for you. All right, so Sylvia. Oh, I already answered that question. Okay, Mama Bear, you're up. So let me see which one. Okay. Spirit's telling me to take it from the Healing Cards by Carolyn Meese. She's an incredible healer. She's a medical intuitive. She's pretty amazing. I mean, she's been interviewed by Oprah, that sort of thing. She's a very a famous spiritual healer. Just a minute. Oh, Valerie says, amazing. I had a reading with Terry Suzuki. It blew my mind. I hope to keep growing, learning from all of you to improve my gifts. Yeah, well, we're all doing that. Like, I've only just got into mediumship, and so I feel like a baby medium right now, but it's improving all the time. Okay. All right, Sylvia. Okay. All right, we'll look at that. Oh, these are stiff cards. They're hard to shuffle. I might have to do it the other way. These are really hard to shuffle. They're quite big. Okay. So, Mama Bear. All right. So I'll cut the deck. Okay. Mama Bear, it's telling you to get lost. So this is from the language of letting go, and the card is wander where there is no path. Okay, so you need to be a trailblazer. Wander where there's no path, and on the back it says, "There's no time like the present to get lost. Realize that a path has many expressions, such as exploring creativity, indulging intuition, pursuing a relationship. Choose one and get lost on the pathless path today." Yes, you are a pain in the arse, Sylvia. Okay. All right, I'll do you next because you were on the top of the list there, Sylvia. I would like a card that can give me a message, the key to improving my low carb baking. Okay, let me see if I can tune in. Well, what came to me, just a minute. Let's put up your question here. You know what? My mother came to me. She was a fabulous, as I said earlier in this live stream, fabulous cook, just a gourmet cook and a fabulous baker. But what she did with recipes was like she'd find a recipe, but she would tweak it herself. And she would make notes, like right on the recipe card. Okay, I tried a little more of this. Fabulous. Okay, reduce this. It worked really well. So she would write notes on the recipe. She would make little tweaks. She would add other ingredients and that sort of thing. And she just kept notes about the stuff she had tried and where she felt drawn to tweak, use your intuition to tweak a recipe. She just would make notes on the success of that recipe. So that's what I'm getting. And also, you just also set your intention. Let's say you're looking on YouTube for recipes, or there's cooking vlogs, there's and blogs, and there's you can Google recipes as well. So just use your intuition as to what you're drawn to. So you think you're on the right path. You just need to trust yourself. But I will pull a card. I'm wondering which. Maybe I'll try the deck of character. Hey, Alex, how are you? And Bevo wants a card, so I'll put you on the list. Oh, that makes sense. You're on target. Well, anyways, you can thank my mother. That's what she told me. Yeah, she was a legal secretary, so she was very, very organized, and that's what she'd do. She would just keep notes. And I never did it that way. I always think, oh yeah, I had a little bit. Oh, I'll remember next time that I did that. And of course, you don't. So just write yourself little notes. You can improve the recipe yourself. Okay. And my mother took this course out at the university, and it was about the science of cooking. Like she said, we're tempted to, let's say, reduce the salt in a baking recipe. And she said, what you don't realize is there's a chemical reaction between the ingredients, and the salt is very important. It's not the taste, it's the actual chemical reaction. So if you can look into something like that, maybe there's an online course, look into the actual chemistry of baking. That's the course she took. It was the chemistry of baking. All right. I'm great, Alex. How are you doing? I was going to pull one more card for you, Sylvia. Deck of cards to see if that makes sense. Okay, I'm being directed to shuffle one more time. And all right. I don't know if this makes sense, but and to me, that just means like try many different things. Have fun, have lots of fun doing it. And sometimes you'll create a real swamp, but there's good things sometimes. There's lessons in even your failures. So that's what I get from that. Yes, you can follow the recipe exactly. Yeah, and then you can tweak it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, who's next on my list? Okay, I take that one off. We'll take that one off. Valerie S. She would like a card. All right. Now, Valerie, do you have any? I'm being directed to ask you, which one do you want? Do you want messages from heaven? These oracle cards? Do you want the healing cards by Carolyn Meese, or would you like the language of letting go? I got your question, Alex. Okay. So, Valerie, do you have any preference about which oracle card I pull? The language of letting go, messages from heaven, or whatever one? Okay. All right. Whatever one I'm drawn to. All right. So what I do is I touch the decks lightly with my fingers, and whatever one is sticking more than the other ones, that's the one I choose. Okay. So where's the healing cards? Where did they go? I've got all these open boxes here, and oh, I see what happened. Wait a minute. I've got this. This deck seems a whole lot bigger than it was before. I think I just mixed up the decks. So that's language of letting go. Where's the... That's weird. How did I mix these up? Today. That is weird. Because that can't possibly fit in that box here. Well, they're together. I guess I'm just going to cut and choose a card. Somehow both these decks got together, and I can't seem to tell the difference. Can't seem to tell them apart. They're so weird. Today I will. Yeah, that's all. Today I will. Oh, I see what happens. There it is. All right. So is it this one? This one or this one? Oh, it's that one. Okay. I'll pull from this deck then. Okay. Hi, Janet. It's nice to see you. Oh, they're just impossible to shuffle. All right. I'm just going to have to do it this way, which I hate doing it that way. I prefer the actual shuffling. Okay. Okay. It's a beautiful day here. The sun has come out. I do believe I'm going to go. All right. Card flew out for you, Valerie. And it says, happy is the one who attends to the needy. So there's a wheelbarrow there, so helping others. Happy is the one who attends to the needy. And on the back, here's what it says. It says, how easily are you irritated by the needs of others? Give away some of your time today, but not in a therapeutic sense. Attend to the needy also includes surprise acts of kindness. That's really neat. I think we could all take a message from that. Just do a surprise act of kindness today. You know what? It just popped into my head that I need to just phone my brother and say hi. So I'm going to do that. All right. I hope that resonated with you. Excuse me. Okay. The next one. Linda B. All right. Now, just bear with me. I'm going to have to separate these two decks of cards. I don't know how they're the same, exactly the same size, and the artwork is very similar. I'm just going to have to okay, separate these. Okay, so that looks like, oh, they truly are mixed up. Wow. Maybe I'm just supposed to do that. You know what? I think I'm just supposed to work with them being mixed up. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. I'm just Linda B. I'm just going to cut the deck, see what happens. Okay, Linda. Interesting. Looks like that. There's a treasure chest there that's open, and the brightness of the treasure in there. This very bright light. It says, everything lost is found again. Everything hurt is healed again. And on the back it says, this truth has the power to retrieve a part of your spirit from the past. It's a mantra that's strong enough to overcome past injuries. This will be your constant thought for today. So I'll just read that again, because that's a really good message for all of us. This truth has the power to retrieve a part of your spirit from the past. It's a mantra that's strong enough to overcome past injuries. This will be your constant thought today. So this is the mantra. Everything lost is found again. Everything hurt is healed again. Okay, so that's for Linda. Hope that resonates with you. Okay, I've answered that question. I've answered that question. Okay, Bev O, you are next. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to shuffle these, but I'm going to cut them in half because it's actually 2 decks of cards. So I hope Linda was here to receive that message. If not, I guess she can see it on the playback. All right. So tomorrow I'm going to be on with Brenda Tarot. She's another Canadian from Ontario. That's in Eastern Canada, and I'm on the West Coast of Canada. And we're going to be on at I think it's 1:30 her time, so it's going to be 10:30. Yeah, 10:30 Pacific. So be sure to check it out. It'll be on my channel, Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot, and you'll get to see. It's interesting. There's all these readers that there's some readers that have been around for quite a bit, but they've never done live streams, or you haven't done collabs, and all of a sudden all these new readers and other readers are coming out of the woodwork. It's really interesting. So I just love promoting new readers, readers that are new to us. And Brenda has quite the following. She's got about 36,000 subs. So she's very successful. All right. Here's the card for Bev. This one's for all of us. I love how we could all take heed of these messages. Okay. For you, Bev, it is accepting my imperfections. And on the back it says, today I will tell myself that who I am is okay, and that what I'm doing is good enough. Sorry, I didn't read that correctly. Today, I will tell myself who I am is okay, and that what I'm doing is good enough. Of course, I make mistakes and get off track sometimes, but that doesn't mean that I'm not as good as everyone else. No one is perfect, and that's just fine. I'm going to read that again. That's a very important message. Today, I will tell myself that who I am is okay, and that what I'm doing is good enough. Of course, I make mistakes and get off track sometimes, but that doesn't mean that I'm not as good as everyone else. No one is perfect, and that's just fine. You know what? We learn from our mistakes. We really do. Can you imagine if you didn't make mistakes, how boring that would be? We were all perfect. Can you imagine if we were all perfect? How boring would that be? Okay, Linda, I'm just going to highlight what you said here. I'm supposed to get custody. The next court date is supposed to be within a month. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Linda. This has been such a long journey for you. That's great. Hi, Linnea. Nice to see you. Remember, if you want a card, I'm just going to go back and see if I've missed anybody. I still have, I think, 1 or 2 people on the list, but I just want to make sure I haven't missed anybody. So if you'd like a card, an oracle card, I'd be happy to pull a card for you. Oh, Linnea. Oh, I didn't see you, Linnea. Okay. I'll put you on the list. Okay. And Linnea, actually, your question was before Alex's question. So I'm going to go to you, Linnea. Hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. All right, I'm going to pull a card for you. And is it going to be from this pile, this pile? Okay, it's going to be from Messages from Heaven. All right, just go back to the chat here. Okay. Yes, Linda, I did pull your card. Yeah, I already read it. You'll have to go back. I just did it. Anyways, I did pull a card for you, Linda. I guess you were busy chatting, which is just fine. Okay. So Linnea, I've drawn to pull a card from Messages from Heaven, Oracle cards. And you know what? I just got a little message from my oracle. I got more oracle cards, and there's one box over there that's saying, pick me, pick me. So there's another box I need to pull out. So I will do that. All right. So this is for Linnea. I should really put up your name so stay on track here. Okay. May I have a card? All right, Linnea, here it comes. I'm cutting the deck. This is really a lovely card, Linnea. It says, here's this person on a beach, and it says, you are a star. Step into the spotlight where you belong. Again, another great message for all of us. But that's yours. You need to step out into the spotlight, Linnea. Okay. And so if you'd like a card, just say in the chat and I'll pick it up. What's very boring? Flowing. Have a great day, Flowing. Thanks for popping in. You're welcome, Valerie. Okay, the next question I have is, just a minute, from our young friend Alex. I have a friend who never seems to be available to meet in real life, but somehow I can see him hanging out with other people, but always finds an excuse. As obvious as it may sound, is he a good friend? Well, my head is saying no. If he wanted to hang out with you, he would. But let me throw some cards on that. Which ones do I throw? Oh, that one. Okay, I'm going to do this one. All right, so I'm going to the trusty Rider-Waite. You're welcome, Linnea. All right. Is he a good friend? Okay, Alex, so I'm just going to shuffle the cards and I'll do a little spread for you. If anybody else has a question, I'd be happy to answer that. And if there aren't any more questions, then I need to go soon anyway, because I need to eat make some lunch and do some meditation and get ready for Kathy's. Okay, Spirit, I'll pull a card for you. Just a minute, I'll put you on the list. You're on the list. Okay. So, yeah, Alex, yeah, really, go with your gut feeling. This person obviously is not into you, or they'd want to meet with you. So, but let's see what the cards say. Okay, tell me about this person, this so-called friend that won't meet. Alex, 3D. Okay. All right. One more shuffle, Alex, and then I'll lay out the cards. Said he's available on the phone, though. Okay. Let's see if I can see what the cards, what story they tell. I'm just going to tune in for a second, see if I could get anything there. So sorry if I'm quiet for a moment, but I need to tune in. Oh, hold on. I need to clear some energy here. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see what the cards say. see if it backs up what I just saw. Well, Alex, this is not a good friend for you. I mean, I've got the moon card and the devil card here. So what Spirit is saying through the cards is they know this is a burden for you. You're wondering, like, why, what's going on with this person. But they're saying you need to, you're carrying this burden of okay, why won't they meet with me? Like, what the heck is going on? What have I done something wrong? You're feeling like, there's something wrong with you. And no, it's their shit. It's not you. Then they're asking you to here's the Judgment card, and what I'm getting from that is you're at a higher vibrating. You are of a higher vibration, okay, and now you're being called to do your spiritual work and that sort of thing, but it's not. Yeah, they're lower frequency, and they're just not a person that you need in your life. And what I saw when I tuned in, Alex, was they came. I have this room where I have people come in. He came in, and he had the sun behind him, but it didn't signify spiritual stuff or white light. What it said to me was that he's a fair weather friend and he's a user. So you need to not worry about it. You need to drop this friend. But of course, you have free will and you do whatever you feel is right for you. I mean, this is for entertainment purposes only, right? Where's my card? For entertainment purposes only. But you have free will. But Spirit is saying you have strength. You're stronger than this person. You have a stronger character. And you need to look elsewhere. There's the Three of Wands, and that the things are changing for you. And I feel like your vibration has changed. You said we've known each other since we were 6. Yeah, I think you've just outgrown this friend. Okay, they're on a different path, and this is. Oh, you dozed off, Linda. Okay. Anyways, Alex, getting back to Alex, the Wheel of Fortune, things are going to change for you. Don't hang on to this because you're a strong person. Your friendships are elsewhere. Okay. And this is, bright yellow card. This is, you've got better things that are going to be coming in for you. And the next question is, or the next card is the Wheel of Fortune. And I see you venturing out and you're going to have new is he ashamed of you? Let me see. No, I think he's feeling it too, that you guys just aren't on the same page anymore. Your vibrations have changed. No, I wouldn't say he's ashamed of you. It's his stuff. It's his stuff. It's not about you. But I'm seeing you venturing off the Knight of Wands and exploring your creative work and your spiritual work. And you need to do this and go out yourself. This friend is no longer fitting into your life. And I've got the 5 of Cups. So you're seeing this as a loss, but he's not good for you. Here's the 7 of Swords. And there's secrets. He's got some shit going on that you're not aware of. And this is not a healthy relationship for you. You need to cut the cord. Yeah, I guess he just, I would say he doesn't want to hang out, but it's just you guys are on a different frequency now. You're on a different page. Friends come and go. You have friends for a reason, for a season, that sort of thing. And even though I know he's a longtime friend, I think it's just not working anymore. And I think deep down, it's not working for you. Yeah, I don't think it's just being busy. I think deep down, it's not working. Anyways, that's what I've got. So I wouldn't, honestly, I wouldn't dwell on it. Just move forward. Okay. But again, do what your heart moves you to do, Alex. Excuse me. Okay. I see some more questions. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get to all of these. Okay, Spirit Beyond the Stars would like a card. Okay, I hope that was helpful for you, Alex. But yeah, you're going on to bigger and better things. Yeah, that's a good idea, Alex. Yeah, just keep him at a distant, as a distant acquaintance. And the thing is, it may be good if you don't chase him, but you don't keep reaching out. If he really wants to hang with you, he'll contact you. Good. I'm glad it was helpful. Jay, hi Herc. Jay from Herc 213. I'm just going to highlight what you said here. I just saw a hawk fly through my window. Oh, you looked through the window. Okay. I just saw a hawk fly through my window and it landed near it and it was looking at me. Ooh, what message did you get from the bird, Jay? That's certainly an omen of some sort of sign. Oh, and Alec, you said your friend doesn't seem to connect with you. Yeah, you're just on a different journey now. Okay. So Spirit would like a card. Oh, there was that deck that was calling to me. Let's see which one. Which one's calling me? Yeah. Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot about these ones. Okay. So it's still there? The hawk is still there? You're welcome, Alex, my young friend Alex. You're very, very welcome. Anytime. Oh, Juno says, Alex, stop nurturing fruitless trees is the message I got. There you go. Thanks for that confirmation, Juno. I appreciate that. All right. I'm going to pull from this deck for you, spirits. Adoring Virtue, Angel Therapy. I know she's not, Adoring Virtue has gone super Christian, and she's debunking all her previous spiritual work, but these are still fantastic cards. So anyway, it flew away. Yeah, you got to figure out what that message is, Jay. Okay. Oh, good idea. Good idea, Jay. But also, I'm also getting just trust your own intuition. But what that message was. All right. These are so much easier to shuffle. Okay, spirits, I'm cutting the deck. And ooh, interesting. So this is what these cards look like on the back. And on the reverse, it says about your solar plexus chakra. And it says it's safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. So it's safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. So that's the message for you, spirits. I hope that makes sense to you. Yes, use your own tuition, Jay. Yeah. You can do that. Okay, Gita, how will I meet my future self? Let's see if I can get anything here. I'm just tuning in, so I need to be quiet. Gita, do you cycle, like on a bicycle? Is that something you do? I'd appreciate if you could give me some feedback. Because what first occurred to me before I even looked was you're going to meet a person. No, you don't. Well, what popped into my head was it was going to be through some sort of hobby that you have, or that you're going to take up, and you're going to meet them that way. I don't know if the tarot cards will tell me anything more than that. Anyways, I'm getting it's going to be through some sort of hobby, or maybe outside activity. I don't know if I'm going to, the tarot's not going to tell me how. Oh, I just got a hint about which deck to use, but so let me see if I might be able to get it this way. If the shuffling's too loud, you guys, I'll mute. I'll mute my mic. Okay. But anyways, that's what I'm getting is that it's going to be through some sort of hobby. You're going to meet them kind of unexpectedly. And okay. Let's see what my cards say. Well, I only work, no time for side activities, got busy with my work. Well, that's not gonna work. You're not gonna meet anybody that way. Okay, so yeah. So the first card, what's on the bottom here? Yeah. So here's the energy reading, the Queen of Swords. Yeah, you're too much in your head about, too much about, the swords is ideas and that sort of thing. So yeah, you're too busy in your work. You need to change that. You need to do something. You need to have some downtime and, have some hobbies. And the first card that comes up is, yeah, you're too much in your head, too much about work. This is the Two of Swords. And of course, Two of Swords is also, you have to make a decision. So, and the next card is the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you got to let go. You got to do some really cool stuff, some relaxing stuff. Take up a hobby, like maybe, here's this woman drumming, maybe music or that kind of thing. But you got to let loose and you got to have some downtime. You got to do some hobbies, something that brings you joy, and you'll meet them that way. And then here's the Seven of Cups. I think if you do it, I think you will have some choices to make, actually. But you are going to meet your person. There's the Two of Cups, and then it ends with the Sun card, which is the most positive card in the tarot deck. But you need to make some changes in your life so that you can let go and have fun and explore some hobbies, that sort of thing. That's how you're going to meet them. It's not going to be through work. I can tell you that. You're welcome, spirits. Okay, so there was an answer in the cards. That was pretty neat. Okay, I think there's one more. Okay. I keep getting that message from people. Well, then I would say yes. What kind of book are you interested in doing? Like what pops into your head that you could write about, Juno? Oh, family trying to do arranged marriage for you. Well, Gita, okay, Christine, I've got your question. Yeah, Gita, you got to follow your heart. That's all I can suggest to you. Since I'm too busy with my current job responsibilities. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that except follow your heart. Okay, so Juno, so you want to do healing using humor. Well, that's fantastic. You're welcome, Gita. You're so welcome. Juno, healing using humor. You know what? That's why Lisa and I love doing the Nasty Women. I mean, we started out reading tarot. We were on twice a week, and we were taking personal questions, that sort of thing. But then we dropped that, and it began just the comedy, the comedy thing we have going. We just feed off each other, and it's very funny, and we know that's very healing. Laughter, humor is very healing, and people have told us that, especially like I've had a really bad day at work today, or gosh, I've been so down the last week. You've perked me right up, and to hear that feedback to us is just it just really warms our heart. So yeah, humor is very, very important. Yes, Gaia needs a good laugh. That is true. So yeah, I would say yes, Dick, go for it. Now, let me see what the cards say. What deck shall I use here? Am I going to use that one? I think I can go with that one. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go with the Light Seers. They're such a beautiful deck. Yes, I'm especially drawn to readers who are funny. Well, while you're here, so that means you think I'm funny. Thank you. Like, I love Linda G. I'm drawn to her because she's funny. I love Lena Rodriguez. She's got such a dry sense of humor. And I took tarot lessons from her. She's just a great gal. Yeah, I love the funny ones. There's others I certainly like too, but I really love the funny people. It's yeah, it's such a great vibration, right? Such a great frequency. So Kashik Bob told me, hi Deanne. Akashic Bob told me I was a scribe who kept track of the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Wow. Apparently, I was there. I did lots of Egyptian lifetimes. Did lots of lives in Egypt, and one of them was I actually was a teacher of Jesus, teaching him, the secrets of the universe. Which blew my mind. Nice to see you, Deanne. Yeah, Linda was here for an hour, Deanne, and she only stays on for an hour. She doesn't stay on shows for very long, and she's a very, very. How's life in the strawberry triangle? You make it sound like it's something dirty. Juno sent me a link to a video, and what it was a link to this really fabulous. I've never seen this show before, but she's got me onto it, and it's called it's QI, and it's a quiz show, but it's they have these four humorous people, funny people that are good at quips and that kind of stuff, and but you learn lots of interesting things about the world and people and science, and it's just I always learn something when I tune in. But it's a very funny show. So anyways, they came up with the question, what is the rhubarb triangle? And it turns out that it's a triangle of cities, towns in the UK that grow like 90% or something of the rhubarb in the UK. So they call it the rhubarb triangle. So it's not what some people might think it is. But anyways, I'm hooked on this show. I just love it. And I love the host. I mean, it's been on for years, and there was the original host was a really famous person who's very, very smart and very witty. But in the last number of years, it's been this Sandy, I forget, Nutwig, something like that. But anyways, not quick. Yes, Stephen Fry. That's right, Stephen Fry. Anyways, I love it. I'm hooked on this show now. Like I watched 2 or 3 episodes last night. Yes, Sandy talks Vig. It looks like Vig, but they say Wig. Talks Wig. She's from Denmark. She's so funny and so smart. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, guys, nature's calling. I'll be right back and right back to your reading. So talk among yourselves. You'll have to amuse yourselves for a bit, which you're very good at. So I'll be right back. I am back. So, yeah, definitely, Juno. I think a book on healing would be fantastic. All right, just let me shuffle the cards here, and probably the cards will agree with what people are saying to you. Okay. So she wrote a book. And will it be a book on? In fact, years ago, I think back in the 1960s, there was a book called Laughter's the Best Medicine. So it'd be interesting to have a kind of a modern version of that. I think that would be great. Such a beautiful day. I want to get out on my motorcycle. Okay. All right, Juno. Let's see what the cards say. Yes, Juno. Definite yes. And this is really interesting. I got the Ace of Pentacles, and Pentacles is health. And the Two of Cups and the Empress. You know, you're going to create this new project. You're going to do it. Yep. Couldn't get more positive than those cards. So go for it, Juno. I'm looking forward to your progress on that. Okay. Yeah, Janet P. Yes, and Norman Cousin wrote a book on healing cancer with humor. That's right. Yep. Look at those cards. Go for it, girlfriend. It's a great project. I just split the deck. 6 of Wands. There you go. Okay. Okay, this will be my last question because I have to go and make lunch and that sort of thing. And then I want to sit in my sunroom. It's just the sun is out. It'll be so nice and warm in there. And I want to do some meditation and get ready. I'll be on again in about an hour at 1:30 Pacific time, not on my channel, but on Kathy's Guided Light Tarot. And if you have a question, come on over to there and, we can answer it. Okay. How does Salvador feel? See if I can tune in and see. Okay. Oh, yes, Tian. That's what I feel. That Bigfoot is an interdimensional creature. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to see it. You're welcome, Juno. Hey, Divine Feminine. Nice to see you. You missed Linda G. That's okay. You can replay it. It was great. I don't tend to have her on for readings and stuff like that. It's just, I like to give her a break and just talk. We just like to hang out. It was great. Okay. So you just come in at the end here. I've been on for almost 2.5 hours. So, yeah, I got to go get ready for my next live stream, which is going to be on Kathy's Guided Light Tarot. And if you guys have questions, well, you can go back and see it. So always see the replay. All right. So Christine, how does Celador feel towards me? Okay. Oh, I'm directed to shuffle one more time. You've been cleaning the kitchen. Yeah, I went on a cleaning rampage the other day, doing the same thing, really deep cleaning the kitchen. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Christine, the energy of the reading is the 10 of Wands. I feel he's got some things to take care of. He's got some baggage to let go of before he can have a relationship with you. Yeah, he's got some work to do. Here is the Knight of Swords. Yeah, he's got some work to do. Here's the Tower, but this is a good thing. I think, there's things he needs to let go of. I think he needs to, what I'm getting is there's some things in his life he doesn't like about himself, or some issues he needs to take care of. He needs to tear it down and rebuild. And then once he has done that, then he has the confidence. Here's the Emperor, I think, to have a relationship with you. But right now he's really in his head, the 5 of Swords. And he's got some, as I said, he's got some mental, emotional, and spiritual work to do. And once he's done that, here's the 4 of Wands. Then he feels free that he can have a proper relationship. Right now would not be a good time to have a relationship with him because he's going through some stuff, and he needs to go through this. So the 4 of Wands is, he'll be set free. Once he does this work, he'll be a lot freer to have, he'll feel great. And then when I tuned in to him, I saw this card, Knight of Cups. So once he's done his work on himself and the issues he needs to take care of, then he can offer his love to you. So that's the card I saw when I looked, when I did my little mediumship there. So, yeah. So you're going to have to be patient. So I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, my lovely people. It's so nice to hang out with you. And I had a great chat with Linda G. Really, really loved it. And so if you haven't seen it, you can go back. It does make sense. Okay, great, Christine. Fantastic. Okay, so yeah, I need to go. I'm going to make lunch and do some meditation, hang out in my sunroom, and then I'm going to be next on Kathleen's Guided Light Tarot. And tomorrow I'm going to be on my channel, Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot. I'm going to be on with Brenda Tarot, who's a great tarot reader from Ontario, Canada. So she's a fellow Canadian, and she's got a lot of followers. She's got about 36,000 subs. And so I'm on with her tomorrow at 10:30 Pacific time, 1:30 Eastern time. And on Tuesday, I'm on Kevin Loving Vibrations channel. And I believe I'm on with him at 11:30 Pacific time. So, and I've got other things going on. So it's going to be a busy week. Now, please remember that I do give private readings. And if you'd like to book a reading, one-on-one reading, you can just email me. I'll put my email in the chat. It's Sharon.m.lee 1954 at gmail.com. So the putting the periods is very important. Gmail. Oh, and of course on Tuesday as well, Nasty Women is at 4 o'clock Pacific time. So we've got lots of lives coming up. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Deanne. Okay, so there's my address, sharon.m.lee1954 at gmail.com. I'd be happy to do a one-on-one reading for you. You can, I'll talk to you. Fire me an email, tell you about how much I charge and stuff like that. It's, it's a reasonable amount of money. Okay, so thank you guys. Had a great time. Thanks for the questions, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.